Welcome to Football Game Plan Scout Team. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. And now that the 2021 NFL Draft is complete, let's take a look back and see how well these teams did this past April. With rookie minicamps done and the 90-man roster with the undrafted free agents locked in as they head into training camp, let's evaluate the entire class and hand out a grade. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Football Game Plan Scouting grading scale to see what these numbers next to the prospects actually mean. Coming off of a Super Bowl loss, the Kansas City Chiefs want to do right by their roster entering the draft, and they were able to get better in some key areas. You look at what they were able to do offensively with Noah, graded tight end out of Duke, who can get down the field, gives them another weapon at that position. And Cornell Powell is a pro's pro coming from the college level, just good all-around game and a solid presence out there on the field. And Joshua Kaindoh of Florida State has some upside, and it'll be interesting to see if Steve Spagnuolo and company can get it out of him, as he has a lot of work-withable tools at the position. But when you look at what I like most about the draft, I'm a big Nick Bolton fan out of Missouri. When you watch him play, I think he has excellent vision for the position. He's able to straight up see ball, hit ball with regards to the interior run game. He has fluid athleticism, gets fantastic zone drops because of it, and he's got a good hip swivel and moves across zones with ease. He's a point and shoot acceleration type of a tackler that is able to quickly close and drive on the ball or the ball carrier. And I also love the fact that they beefed up that offensive line with two stud interior offensive linemen in Creed Humphrey from Oklahoma and Trey Smith from Tennessee. Humphrey was arguably one of the top centers in the draft class. He does a great job in the run game, good point of attack strength, and Smith was just dominant at Tennessee. You saw him just straight vacate spaces up front along the offensive line. So it'll be key to watch these guys grow, develop, and find a role within that offensive front of Kansas City. Now let's take a look at some of the Chiefs' undrafted rookie free agents of note. Riley Cole of South Alabama, I'm a big fan of. He was my number 9 rated outside linebacker. I see him more as a sandbacker at the pro level. He blitzes and pressures with a purpose. There's no wasted movements in his path to this target, and he gets there with authority. He's a strong line of scrimmage, point of attack player that can pressure coming off the edge as a blitzer, and he can sift through the trash on the inside versus the run game. I just think he finds creative ways to avoid blocks and or take them on. He's going to be a core special teamer from day one. And Marlon character out of Louisville, to me, could be this year's L'Jarius Sneed, because this is a guy that can play safety or corner, has good ball skills, a very good tackler, very active in that regard, and does a good job in just seeing the game, which allows him to get himself in position more often than not. So I'm surprised he went undrafted, but not surprised he goes to Kansas City, who does a great job in developing these versatile type talents on the back end. I think he's going to be a premier player for the Chiefs within a year or two. I'm giving the Chiefs a B- for their draft. Yes, they were able to get some guys like Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith that can step in right away and help them along the offensive line. Those are the great parts of the draft. But I questioned going to the well one too many times at receiver and tight end. Were those two really needs for this Chiefs offense that has a wealth of talent? How will these guys tend to get on the field? So I have some questions about that. And Kaindoh, to me, has a lot of work to do to be one of these guys that they can count on up front along the defensive line of scrimmage. So we'll just have to wait and see. But right now, I do like Trey Smith. I like Creed Humphrey, and I'm a big Bolton fan. So we'll see if that all plays out for Kansas City, who's very talented going into the 2021 season once again. So that's it for this edition of Football Game Plan Scout Team. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts, and don't forget to check out and subscribe to the Football Game Plan Network, located at youtube.com/footballgameplan. Also subscribe on iTunes to Football Game Plan Podcast and leave us a 5-star rating.